I like found out I got cheated on like on the internet. Everyone says I move on pretty quick, which is true. I do.
Kenzie Ziegler talked all about her dating life on the And They Were Roommates podcast. This is actually Kenzie's brand new podcast with her roommate, Austin. But did she break up with Dakota? Was there any confirmation? In today's video, we're going to be listening to everything that Mackenzie had to say about dating, her advice that she has, and what it's like for Mackenzie when she's dating, because she apparently has a mommy problem, but more about that later in the video. But before we get into that, Kenzie talks about how horrible men can be in the dating scene and how young she started dating. This is what Kenzie had to say.
My first boyfriend was when I was like 12.
Okay.
Everyone says I move on pretty quick, which is true. I do.
I think you do too.
But it's because of all the terrible men. I just have to move on quickly because I'm like, I don't want to dread.
Yeah.
I don't want to dwell in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't. So I think real boyfriends, though, I've had like 3.
Okay.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
For being 19.
That's true.
I feel like, though, a lot of parents say that dating young is like a no-go because it's like, for me, it helped me out a lot dating young, but also that person is not going to be your person most of the time unless it's like a once in a lifetime thing where you're a high school sweetheart and
literal soulmates.
And you're soulmates. But like, you know, I did learn a lot about myself and I learned
that's what I was going to say.
The pros and cons about men, but also I have a list. Yeah, I did learn like what's right and what's wrong in a relationship. But I do wish I could go back in time and not be in that because it just like set me up poorly for like the next relationship I'm in.
So that's what Kenzie had to say about dating young. But what do you guys think? Did you date when you were as young as Kenzie? And if so, how do you feel that affected you? I personally had my first girlfriend when I was 12, I believe. I was in 7th grade. And I definitely felt a little bit pressured to have a crush and to start entering the dating scene. And this girlfriend, Rochelle, was pretty aggressive. Honestly, the way that she asked me out, because she asked me out, was she walked up to me in the hallway and pushed me up against my metal locker very intimidatingly and said, "So I hear that you have a crush on me," and then proceeded to ask me to the spring dance, to which I said yes, and we ended up dating for a couple months and then just like fizzled out like any other 12-year-old's relationship. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below on relationships when you were that young. Then Kenzie goes on to talk about her trouble with past relationships and how her boyfriend cheated on her with her own friend.
This girl one time, I saw her out. She asked for my number, which I've known her for a really long time. Like, we used to Snapchat and like have a streak, but we never like hung out. So we used to Snapchat a lot. I thought she was so cool. She also like, I don't want to go into detail, but she was just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I see her out and she's like, "I need to tell you something. So like, can I have your number?" And I'm like, "Sure. Like, what is this? Whatever." I get home. I'm with my sister in her room. She FaceTimes me, and she's telling me, "Your boyfriend cheated on you. This was the scenario." She knows way too much about this scenario. And I'm like, "So who's this person?" And she's like, "I'm not telling you. I can't rat them out. I know them." And I'm like, "Okay, well, there's no evidence. So, like, what, you know?" She was just being, like, super specific. And I was so confused. And then I found out it was her. She was the one that he cheated on me with.
I personally would be a little bit suspicious if somebody was saying that my boyfriend was cheating on me and they had that much information and like all of the details. But at the same time, who is that twisted that they're going to befriend Kenzie and become that close with them and ask to hang out with her and to have her number when you're the other woman? Like, that's a little bit shady. But this is what Mackenzie had to say about her experience dating in the industry in general, because it has not been a good one.
Hate dating people in the industry. I hate it. Like, I not because of the people. It's just because all of my ex-boyfriends were trying to do the same thing as me, which was kind of a little difficult because it felt like a competition in a way. Not from my side, but from the other side. And I also think that you never know people's intentions with the people that are in the industry. You know, like the people that I have dated haven't always had the best intentions with me. And so I think that's why I'm traumatized from the industry, like dating. But it's just always ended badly.
So I can see it definitely going both ways. Like, I've definitely seen relationships in the industry where people have a really great, strong relationship because they understand each other's lifestyles. So they understand the commitments and like how they're going to have to live their life, and they don't think that it's so outlandish and batshit crazy. But at the same time, it can have an element of competition or comparativeness, which we've seen in lots of celebrity couples relationships as well. But what do you guys think about dating within the industry if you're already in the industry? Or are you in the industry and you've dated in the industry? Share your experience down below.
And I think that's because social media is a big aspect to it.
So that was Mackenzie's experience with dating people in the industry. I honestly find that that's super sad, but it is what it is. That's just part of growing up, I guess. But I'll let Mackenzie take it away in her own words as to how that experience really went downhill.
My ex-boyfriend, I like found out I got cheated on like on the internet. So it's just wild. And then my boyfriend before that, I found out through a Hey Girly DM. Like I said, I love and I love having one person, and I give my all to that person, but I've always gotten like fucked over because they're always the one that's just looking for the clout and not even like the relationship aspect. They're looking for how other people are going to react to them dating me.
Exactly.
And it's just like,
exactly.
if you're going to do
all
that
for themselves.
Yeah, it's like, which I think is just such a crazy concept for someone to like be in a relationship with someone but not actually be committed to that person.
No.
So that's what Mackenzie had to say. I can't believe that she was cheated on and found out on the internet. Like, that is so harsh and dehumanizing. That is so awful. But it sounds like Mackenzie is definitely a hopeless romantic. If her and Dakota did break up, I am so sorry to hear that for her.
I just can't wait to fucking like have.
No. I'm so excited for you. Not that I have.
I'm just like, I always felt like it was such a dirty thing when I was younger, but like, bro,
that's life.
That's life.
My mom's gonna be like, Kenzie, what are you talking about?
So that's what Kenzie had to say about boys and dating. But to end off, she had a little piece of advice for her fans.
I think if I were to give anyone any advice about dating, I think just put yourself first no matter what. Because I will say I'm very bad at doing that. Still.
I'm like,
like still to this day. Like, I love to mommy men. And I don't know why. Because I've literally never been like that. Like, with my friends, of course, like, I'll pay for them sometimes, most of the time. And I love to do things for the people that I love. But I always thought the girls that would, like, mommy their men were insane. And now I am the mom, you know?
Do you think it's, like, lack of a father figure? Like, scared
Probably.
that they're gonna, like, hate you or leave?
Definitely
if you don't, like...
a fear of abandonment, for sure. Like, 1,000%.
That's totally what it is.
Like, I just spoil the out of
Yeah.
these men that don't deserve it.
No, and that's why these men have taken advantage of you.
Yeah. But I've learned that now.
Yes.
So I'm literally never going to do that again. Well, we'll see. It's going to take some time. But, like, I've never really gotten, like, something paid for unless it was, like, which, money doesn't mean anything to me. That's also why I kind of just throw it around because
but it's the effort.
But yeah, it's just like, go pick me up some flowers and I'll be cool, you know?
And that is a wrap for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed this behind the scenes journey with Kenzie, let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about Kenzie spilling on her relationship? I thought it was super interesting that she never either confirmed nor denied or talked directly about her relationship with Dakota, even though she had so much to say about relationships. Do you think her and Dakota are still together? I personally don't, after he's deleted all of their posts together, including their anniversary post, and how Mackenzie's tone felt in this video, but what do you guys think? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss out on the latest tea. Thanks for joining us where the drama unfolds, friendships are tested, and the truth always comes to light. But if you missed my first video on Mackenzie and Dakota's split, you can check it out right here. Until next time, as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly.
Tell us about your toxic boyfriends. I would love to hear.
Let us in. We just spilled.
Tell us the tea. Come on.
Let's hear it, girl. I will read.
Oh, for sure.
We're gonna be in your bed, reading comments.
Oh, we're gonna be peeing our pants.
Yeah.
I just know it. I just know.